PlayStation really needs this game right now, especially after what happened with Concord. And yeah, we're not gonna forget that, Sony. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If any of you guys have been on the internet lately, you guys have probably found out that a certain game came out this past Friday. It's been a game that a lot of PlayStation fans have been asking for. A lot of fans didn't really think they were gonna make the game. They just really thought like, oh, well, it'd be cool if we had a Astro Bot game. Now, yes, this past Friday, Astro Bot finally came out. It's been highly anticipated among the PlayStation community. I've never played any of the Astro Bot games that came with the PlayStation or VR. It even came with the PS5 also. I haven't even played that one, but PlayStation fans that have played that since whenever the PS5 came out really enjoyed it for just being a demo game. It's not really that long of a game. I heard you can finish it within an hour and it's a pretty easy platinum. A lot of people said it was a fun platformer for what it was, a short game. Many people thought like, what if PlayStation actually made us a full-length game, like full actual 3D platformers along the lines of a Super Mario 3D World, a Super Mario Galaxy, like a 3D platformer. PlayStation already has their platformers like Ratchet and Clank, and you can even argue like their little Big Planet series back in the PS3 days. But this is a pretty unique platformer. I wouldn't say they redefine what a platformer is, because this game does get a lot of comparisons from other games that have come out in the past, other 3D platformers. Any Nintendo game that came out as a 3D platformer, people were comparing it to that. They definitely added some pretty cool mechanics in their game that I haven't really seen that many other platformers really implement into the game. And one of them would have to be how they really utilize the PS5 controller to almost their full intent. One pretty cool mechanic within Astro Bot is the physics. The physics in this game go crazy. They really thought deeply into the physics of Astro Bot. They just have a lot of materials or a lot of stuff on the floor sometimes that whenever you walk by it with Astro, you can feel Astro kicking along objects, bumping into stuff within the controller vibrations. It's so cool, and you can even hear him like hit against the objects. Like for me personally, I really like it whenever I'm like around glass and I hear like clink 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 clink. You can literally hear his robot foots walk against the glass floor. Also, whenever you blow stuff up, you hear it within the controller. You hear lightning, all that. It really immersed me in the game, and it felt like I was kind of like looking through a window and controlling Astro. And my little favorite touch that they did too is whenever you turn Astro facing the TV, he does like a little wave, like he acknowledges that you're like playing the game, like he sees you, like, oh, you're my guy, like you're the one controlling me, we got this, all right, let's go. It's so dope, and it really feels like you're one with Astro, like you guys are just one. The attention to detail within this game is unmatched to any other game I've ever played in the past, and especially within this generation. Now I'm only like a quarter of the way done. Before we go any further, guys, if you guys would like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, I would highly appreciate it. Helps me keep motivated making these videos and keep on going. Alright, I'd say I'm kind of like a quarter of the way done. I'm currently on the third boss. So far, I'm enjoying the game. It's pretty fun. So I just been enjoying Astro Bot recently, and it's all I've been trying to really finish. Any amount of free time I've been having, I've just been dumping into this game. Some of the boss fights are pretty unique, especially the characters. The way they handle you going against these bosses is really creative. I'm a fan of 3D platformers. That's why Nintendo and their console, one of my favorites. I always find myself playing Nintendo games. I don't know, I guess I'm just a Nintendo fanboy. So I wanted to give you guys my first impressions of the game. Now I might make a full review when I get around to finishing the game, which I'm trying to finish as soon as possible. And within that review, I'll try to go more full in depth about the game and about my full experience playing throughout the whole game, because there is so much more that I still haven't seen yet. I like how they implemented the abilities within the levels. Some of my quick favorites I'm gonna mention. I'm not gonna say all of them because I don't want to spoil the game, but some of my favorite abilities that I found playing throughout the game. Number one would have to be the mouse power up, which basically just shrinks Astro Bot. It makes everything around you just smaller. It's basically just how it is in that movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where everything around you is big, the grass is just huge. Some parts of the level that are shrunk down to match the mouse size of Astro, and then there are some parts where you have to expand. My second favorite would have to be the sponge. So basically it turns Astro into a big sponge, and then when you go into the water, he grows into a giant like Astro Bot, and you're just causing mayhem, destroying boxes, ripping down walls. That was pretty fun. The other one would have to be where they basically just strapped a chicken and a rocket together, and then basically you have a chicken rocket, and then you just shoot up to the moon to whatever platform you have to reach. And it was pretty funny seeing the, you know, that on my back. There hasn't been not one level that I played that doesn't bring a smile to my face. Every time I recognize a cameo from like my early childhood of what I remember PlayStation being, makes me a little happy inside knowing that, you know, Sony hasn't really forgotten all about this specific IP, you know, this specific character. There are many cameos that honestly you would question why are they here, and they're just here because, you know, there are games that recently came out. I don't really want to name any of them that much because I feel like that's part of the experience of playing this game, is finding out all the new, you know, all the cameos that they allowed to put in this game. I just feel like that is part of the experience you get while playing this game, you know, that happy, exciting feeling when you realize, oh, your favorite PlayStation character is in this game, or they make an appearance in this game, like their cameo. It's a really nice feeling, you know. I'm happy the developers of this game really thought that out, showing love to well-known video game characters that helped with the progression of the whole PlayStation brand get to the point that it is now, which is this big, giant video game, you know, company that doesn't just make TVs, they also make pretty badass video game consoles with badass video game characters. Even though they're, I would say their mascots for the Sony brand, their mascots for the PlayStation brand isn't as big as I would say Nintendo, but I feel like Sony definitely has way more mascots to their brand than Xbox has right now currently, and they're not looking too good on the exclusives. And it just seems like Microsoft is over there having an identity crisis with their Xbox series, not even knowing how to name the console right, or let alone deciding on which character they want to have as their mascot. Halo doesn't even hold any weight nowadays. I mean, am I wrong? They already showed them in the trailer, but the way they presented Kratos and Atreus in their level was so dope and unexpected. I didn't even expect it at all. It kind of threw me off. I do enjoy myself playing through the final bosses in each of these like galaxy worlds. Would I say they would be as memorable as any of the Mario bosses? No, not per se, but like each boss has a unique way of defeating them. It's like a different way I've never really experienced in another platformer, which is great for a game like this, for a brand new IP. Like I said, I'm only on the third one, so I'm looking forward to the last two. I think there's a total of 5. Let's see how those end. So far with these 3 pretty fun levels. Astro Bot is really a game that Sony needed right now. Something that I feel like they haven't made in a while. Fans are really receiving it well. I loving the game, and many other people on YouTube space is loving this game. You're going to see a whole bunch of reviews probably on your recommended feed before I even release one. Definitely check out the game. It's only $40. No, I'm lying. It's not $40. It's $6. Whether you're gonna buy that brand new or whether you're gonna buy it on sale, it's definitely a game you shouldn't skip out, and it's definitely a game every PlayStation fan, especially, should play at least once. If they bring it on PC, guys, shout out to the PC people out there. You guys should definitely check it out. Definitely, everybody should play this game. It's an amazing game, a fun time. I guarantee you every level you play will leave you with a smile on your face. You won't regret your purchase. Developers showed a lot of love to the PlayStation brand, bringing well-known IPs that help the PlayStation brand grow, you know, show love to them, and reminding us that Sony is not forgetting about these guys. Like, they know they have them in their vault. And that's all for the video. If any of you guys watching picked up the game, let me know your experience. Let me know your thoughts. And my other question would be, what old PlayStation IP would you like to see Sony bring back into the PS5? And that's it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys can leave a like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.